Welcome back, BT. Here's your motivation to get moving on this Tuesday morning. Don Chubay in the Lavi with Dai Manuel and crew.
Yeah, apparently only 15 minutes a day can get you a body like Dai Manuel. No, really? Are you saying that, Dai?
No, I'm not saying that. But honestly, in 15 minutes, you can accomplish a lot of work.
So right now, we're working here at Spyglass Dock there, and using just a little piece of seawall. So what are we physically doing? How's this helping us?
Well, right now you're doing step-ups. So you and Christy are doing step-ups. I was doing what's called a box jump with a step down. And the important note is both of you are stepping down. It's going to allow your Achilles a little bit a relief.
Right.
Because we see people bounding all the time. If you're not conditioned to do that, you can cause some injuries.
Meaning jumping up and
Yeah.
jumping down, you can hurt your Achilles here.
Yeah.
So how many would we normally do to be able to get a decent amount of...
Well, what I would suggest is this is what's called an AMRAP. So it's as many rounds as possible in 15 minutes.
Okay.
So there's no set limit. So we would start with like 5 push-ups.
Okay.
Okay, so push-ups if you want.
Using our seawall again.
Seawall.
Yeah.
That's right, push-ups down and up. And again, what we could even do here, if you find that too difficult based on the range of motion you're conditioning, we can use a higher level. You could even do this up against a wall.
Okay. Or a bench.
Or a bench.
Right.
As soon as you finish at 5, then you go into 10 squats.
Okay. And so this is something that's like a high intensity type of workout, right?
It's all based on intensity, and
Okay.
it's continuous movement for 15 minutes. And as soon as you finish the 10, then you go right back into the 15. And Christy might take, in 15 minutes, might do 8 rounds.
Right.
You might do 10 rounds. I might do 12.
So that doesn't mean you're better than me necessarily, okay?
You're working at your level, but we were all moving for 15 minutes. So the intensity's got to remain high. You're always pushing yourself. And you just keep track of how many rounds did you finish the first time. And you come back to it a week later and do it again, how many did you get the next time?
And so if you can do that 15 minutes a day, we're going to improve our fitness. We're going to be continuing to be fit in 15 all morning long. For more details on Dai, check out his website. Let's keep doing our squats. We're going to do some lunges right now. Dai, why are lunges on an incline like the dock we're on so good?
Well, one, we're using our surroundings, so we've modified it a bit rather than doing regular lunges, but this is great because it increases the intensity, hits your glutes, your hamstrings a little bit more. Think hiking the grind, right?
Okay, but we got to kick it up a notch.
Well, now we've done our 10. Now we're going to run to the end. Good.
Okay.
I like it.
That was actually not quite so uncomfortable, but you say we need to get comfortable with the idea of being uncomfortable.
Yeah, get comfortable feeling uncomfortable. I think most people don't realize that they have a lot of potential in them. But when they work out, they just get into this little zone of just feeling okay. But to really see some benefit, you got to get into that grow zone, as I like to say, and that's where you have to get comfortable with feeling like you're really working.
And nothing makes you work harder than the burpee. I can't believe those things are still around. They've been around since I was in school.
They're never going anywhere. They don't go out of style. The burpees are fantastic because it's a full range of motion. It's both cardio conditioning and strength conditioning.
Okay.
So what Chrissy's going to do here is a regular flop, or a burpee flop, I like to say. You'll see she worms down, keeps her core slightly engaged, and then she's going to worm up and pop up her hips, bringing her feet in and do a little jump at the top.
Okay, so I've done that kind before.
Yes, good.
I always thought you ended up in a plank, but you're saying go all the way down.
Now you're doing well, that's even spicier. So you're doing a push-up burpee, and that's great.
Okay.
And then pop your feet back up, jump, boom. Now, if that's really challenging, you can do a walking burpee.
Okay,
and this is just as good because it's full range of motion. Yeah. So what I would do is walk myself down till I'm flat on the ground, up on my knees, walk it back up. Now, of course, that was slow mode, but you would speed it up. So we would try to do 5 to 10 reps right now after we've done the lunges and the sprint up the dock.
Oh, I'm going to still do the hard ones. Let's talk a little bit about the importance of the high intensity training, because we're really talking about getting fit in a less amount of time, right?
That's right. Well, if you look at the traditional gym goer, right, you go, you do a set amount of sets, set amount of reps, and there's lots of rest time. Well, what I'm trying to say is there's no set reps, there's no set amount of rounds. You're just going to keep moving and try to jack up the intensity for 15 minutes straight. Right? And so everyone gets a workout, and it's always at your level. Okay. But you got to push yourself. Okay,
I gotta push myself to do push-ups and more burpees. I'm going to continue to work with Dai. You can work out with Dai, checking out his website, DaiManuel.com. Fit in 15 with Dai Manuel. Christy and I are busy doing planks right now. This is really part of a continuation of using our surroundings as our gym, right?
Absolutely. So we're down here at the seawall. We've got this great staircase here. We're in our active rest phase. So we're resting, bringing the heart rate back down, doing 30 seconds, really just hitting the core. Now we're going to stand up, get right into the next round. You're going to do 15 jumping jacks. Okay, this is bringing the heart rate back up.
And it's all about doing a bit of strength and a bit of of cardio in a short amount of time, right?
Absolutely. We're doing it for only 15 minutes. We're going to see how many times we can get through this in 15 minutes. Now you're going to use this great staircase.
And I love, we have our other little model here as well. Good morning. You know, she's using her poles, and that's what's working for her, right?
Absolutely. Again, it's all about working within your own ranges of motion, your own fitness level, and now you're back down, right into that next round.
So when we talk about, you know, the importance and why high-intensity training works, why is that specifically?
Well, the whole idea is we're constantly bringing our heart rate up and bringing it down. We're doing this for 15 minutes, and once you finish this workout, you've done a ton of work, you've burned a lot of calories. But imagine a car, and you've got this engine in the car, and you're revving it up. Even after you've gotten to your destination, after 15 minutes, the engine is still warm. It's the same goes with high-intensity training. You're going to continue to burn calories all day long.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that's like a rest. That doesn't feel like much like a rest. Tell you what though, this guy knows what he's talking about. For more details on Dai, you can check out his website.
Love it. And then you can do burpees right there if you wanted to, because I know you're loving the burpees, Don.